Greetings, Timmy here, and I want to do a little experiment here. I was over in the Instantly group. Maybe this video of me will come back, maybe not. We're gonna move on. And I saw a bunch of posts that I wanted to make a comment on, and I just thought that text is pretty boring, and just it's just kind of effective, but like, why not go deeper if folks want to hear more about what I'm talking about? I'm just putting this out there. There's like, whatever I get back is really doesn't matter. I'm doing this for me. So if somebody else wants more help after this, that's fine. You know, if the group admins, if you're watching this and this is against the group's policy or something, just delete it. No problem for me. I'll continue. I'll continue on. But yeah. Anyway, so why did I lead with this? This is one of my websites. The reason why I start with this is to show like, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a very short, brief overview intro on how I see the market research and the target market thing, the part of our businesses. And then maybe after 10-15 minutes, then I'll move into, I want to just hit specific posts in the Instantly group. So I thought this would be unique and fun. I've done this kind of style of content before, and people liked it. So I don't know if they're going to like it again, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a broad overview here for that covers basically all the comments, and then I'll get into specific comments, and I'm going to tag folks and then put the timestamp of where this video addresses their post if I think I can add value. So yeah, to begin, why am I even making this video for the Instantly group? Well, to be totally transparent, I haven't even gotten started with Instantly, but I've been doing a lot of different kinds of reaching and marketing for about 9 years now, and yeah, it's just like, to me, it's function over format regarding successful marketing. So what that means to me is that it doesn't matter if it's a cold email or a cold call or an ad or you shaking your hand with somebody at an event. None of that really matters, but the function does. So, who is the prospect, and what is the message that you're bringing to them right away, right? So, to me, there's nothing really that's more important than this at the start. And I see, marketing has gotten a bit more complicated, not in a bad way. It's just like there's more options to do shit. Like 50 years ago, you'd have to hire a big ad agency and then let them run a bunch of campaigns, right? But now, the barrier of entry has gotten lower, and basically anybody can do it, which is crazy cool. But I think a lot of people get lost in the apps, in the YouTube content, in their bullshit marketing degree, right? Let's get back to principles. And so I want to make this for the Instantly group because I'm excited to get started with Instantly, but for my own stuff. But I think I have a really nice value add for some of the folks in the group because I see that, like, the thing that's missing is what I have to offer. And because clearly the tech is not a problem, reaching people is not a problem. The tech is not a problem. The leads are there. You can get in front of people's inboxes, and lots of them, right? But what are you going to say, right? And now the copywriting bros will say that as well. You need to do copywriting for 9,000 days in a row. I don't agree because I didn't, and I've gotten good results in marketing. I'll just start with the results. Why should you give a shit about anything that I'm saying? So I had some good results with marketing. I want to jump here. I'm going to jump to this case study with these guys called Inc. They won Product of the Month, Product of the Day, Product of the Week, and Product of the Month um, on their product hunt launch. And just to show that this is legit, here's their website now. They're doing great. 24,000 accounts created in the last 7 days. And you can go down here and just click on product hunt here, and that image I just showed will pop up here in a second. And so this launch did happen 4 years ago. I just love this case study though, so you can see your part of the day, month, and week. And essentially, these sentences here were generated from my workflow and my work with them. Um, and if anybody wants to see private communications between the team, Michael and Alex, please ask me, and I shall provide that. I just don't want to dig through my email right now. But yeah, so really interesting app, interesting case study. It was their launch. They've been doing seemingly great since. And so that's why you may want to hear out what I have to say. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, so I'm here on the overview. What I'm showing you now is this is one of the businesses I'm working on, and essentially I'm not here to sell this at all. It's not even for sale yet, but I am just showing that like what I'm talking about is in this square here called the target market module. So my experience in doing market research as an agency and running Facebook ads and just running outreach campaigns in different ways has led me to have the idea that, well, this should be a standardized module for all businesses. And so this is the project that I'm working on here, but in a big way. But today I'm just focusing on this module, if you want to call it that, the target market module. And I say here, the core of your business is your target customer. Know him and constantly feed this data to all other modules. Um, I like to see things as an engineering project. I'm a chemical engineer by study, by education from Manhattan College, and I see a lot of things as these little parts that work together. And in marketing, I always ask my students and friends, what's the most important part of marketing? And people get all in their head, and the answer is the market, right? The word marketing. If you're going jogging, you're doing the jog, right? So the market is the most important thing. And a lot of people skip over this. And, if this is you, it's, blame the social media apps for killing our attention span. I'm right there with you. Any criticism is self-criticism because I've been there. And so, the market's the most important thing. And I notice that most folks just like really glide over this. In my agency days, what I saw was um, most of the people, I've done over 5,000 sales calls. Maybe it's at 10,000 now. I don't know. But when I talk to business owners, okay, 100% of the time, I've still yet to be wowed. I've yet to be wowed by somebody that's got a better market research process than what I have here. So 100% of the time, I ask, hey, you've been in business for how many years? 5 years, 7 years, whatever. Cool. Show me your market research HQ. Show me your centralized portion of how you're handling your thoughts and thinking and feelings about your market. Most of the time, they don't have anything. Okay. And so how are you really going to stay in touch with your customer or your prospect? How are you going to know how to reach out to them? How are you going to know what to say if you're not really in tune with who and what they are, the psychographics, demographics, and what do they want so that you can give it to them, right? And some folks, maybe 10% will say, oh, we have something for that. I'm going to send it over to them. Like, let's screen share, show me now. They'll go, I don't know where it is. It's a PDF. We hired a dude from Pakistan 5 years ago. And I'll be like, okay, cool. When was the last time you looked at it? And he's like, 5 years ago. And, and no offense to my bros in Pakistan, but, and I'm like, how much did you pay for it? $200? And he's like, yeah, 250. And, again, you might there's a slight chance that might have been some of the most amazing market research anybody's ever done, but I highly doubt it, right? So the core of your business is the customer and what he wants, right? So the fact that most businesses and most folks are only investing maybe $0 or 250 or like maybe 1,000 or 2,000, this is telling, right? Because I see folks that they'll spend like it's $800 an hour on a fucking lawyer, which those folks I despise, or their CPA, or like the cleaning company for their fucking office. But then they're not even thinking about and focusing on and creating a process and a system for their target market module and their customer module and who that is, and staying on top of where the market is and where their prospect is. And if they, maybe they will stay in tune with that at the beginning, but then it gets lost over time. Very few businesses can stay on it, to go with the market and iterate their product, right, to match what the customer needs. So that being said, yeah, I just want to give a very I want to give a very brief overview on exactly what my process does, because I've talked about it a bit. So I want to give a very, very brief overview, and I guarantee that this will bring you value. Okay? Anything I do, it will bring value inherently. I believe that marketing needs to be valuable inherently, not just some bullshit to get you to the next thing. Okay? So strap in for 10 minutes here, so maybe 15, on the overview of what I got here for you. And I'll make this a bit custom for cold email folks, reaching out via cold email. So let me jump here. By the way, before I begin this I am showing part of this from Inc. I don't think they'll mind, because this was a while ago. Because I'm sure they've iterated on this and have grown from what we did 4 years ago. By the way, they invested with me over $6,000 to just do this process with them. Okay, just as an example of like some dudes that were serious. Michael and Alex, they're serious dudes. They saw what I had and they invested into it. I'm not taking all the credit for their business, but I definitely am saying that what I did here with them helped them in their beginning journey. And so yeah, so what do we got here? So first of all, okay, step zero really is depends if you're already running a business or not, but I presume that you're already running a business and you have something that's somewhat working. So step zero here is like hypothesis of a business. So if you already have a business and a product and customers, well, so there's something about it that it's working. So you can use this process and see what are you doing that's working and where can you enhance what you have going on. You don't have a business yet. You just have have a hypothesis. Or if you have a friend that's making 50K a month or something, and he has a product and he has it in the town and it's a specific customer, well, you can learn like why that his business is working, and maybe you can take it into what you're doing. The fun thing that why I've gotten good at this, and why sounds a bit self-aggrandizing, but why I'm pretty good at anything I do is because I become obsessed with stuff. So the fun thing is and I suggest you can do whatever the hell you want, right? But I suggest if this is something that interests you to take what I'm doing here and apply it to your own business, but then afterwards apply it to other people's businesses. Apply it to, if you go into your local pizza store today and you grab a pizza, run this process in your head about their business and go, are they doing this, and this? Yes or no? And I got to tell you, 99% of businesses don't do what I'm showing you here. They don't get it. And it's my goal to help people get it, so that they're going to be better businesses. And ultimately, there's a reason why like 1% of the whatever owns 99 or 90% of the whatever, right? We all we all get that at this point, right? A small percent of people and businesses control a lot of the wealth, right? So I'm interested in leveling the playing field with this information and technology, so that the folks that are hungry can build awesome stuff and honorable businesses. That is a requirement. If you're not an honorable being, please leave the stream, because I will find out and I will not help you. Okay. All right, cool. So what's the secret sauce here? Well, first of all, functional format, I already mentioned that. So step one, prospect analysis. Now, everybody does this. This is nothing unique, okay? Who is your prospect? Who is the avatar? Get the information on who they are. This is nothing mind-blowing, okay? How you can do this, you can call some of the prospects and just ask them, hey, I want to interview you. I'll give you 10% off once our product comes live, or I'll do it for you for free. It depends on what your offer is, right? If you already have customers, call 10 customers. Again, give them some discount. Maybe they are really happy with you, so that they'll be happy for you to interview them. Whatever it is, you get 15 minutes of their time. You get some golden value. Record the call and save it. You might already have this information in chat logs some of my clients, they'll already have years and years worth of chat logs. The information about your customer is in there. You can you can do Google Forms and ask, gotta, hold on, and you can ask folks questions. A lot of times, this process, you can just do publicly. This information can just be available publicly. So go on, if you have a product and you have a competitor that has a similar product, in the Amazon reviews, and on Amazon, go check out the Amazon reviews. Go check out the product reviews, Reddit, software review sites. Go and see where folks are talking about a product like yours, and go and learn about this avatar. Go to a networking event where that being is at, if you don't know them already. And also, if you're an agency or a consultant, service-based business serving the end client, ask the client, who is your friggin' avatar? A lot of times what I've seen is the business, these businesses that do work, for example, let's say an e-commerce store making 200K per month and they've got some pet products. The reason why the reason why their business is working isn't because the product is so monumentally amazing. It might be because the entrepreneur, the founder, is good at marketing. But usually what I see is they're somewhat good at marketing, but they're really good at product. Like, they know product, and it's not even that they made the product, it's that they know why their customer is buying. Like, they picked specific products. They're running a process that they pick a specific group of products that makes up their brand, if you want to call it that a specific subset, a segment, a prospect wants. And then the marketing is sort of easy, because if you really know who you're after and what they want and what they're thinking, you don't have to oversell. You don't have to sell really much at all, because if you do really good marketing, sales becomes not really needed. You don't really need to talk about much. You don't need to use this crazy copywriting bullshit that a lot of the copywriters will try to tell you need to do. I stay away from that. I go to the natural communication between humans, the human psychology. It's a lot easier, in my opinion, and it's just more effective. You don't need to do this manipulative looping and hooks and all this shit. You could get into that later, but a lot of those copywriters skip the foundation. So prospect, get the information, know who you're after. Okay, this is pretty easy. Now, step two, I'm going to go through 3 steps here. So step 2, competitor analysis. Now, again, this is where this process just blows away what most folks do. And so what happens here is most businesses and people, if they're going to do a process like this, a market research process, they're going to get the avatar. Okay, they're going to put on a paper and write down the stuff that I put above, the demographics. Okay, great. Now, the problem is their step 2, maybe they'll do competitor analysis, and what 99.9% of folks that will do a market research process, whether it's for you as a service or you doing it for your business, is they will take competitors that are just like them. Okay, for example, if I have, now let's go with me on this example for 2 minutes. Now, let's say you want to open up a business in New York City and you want to open up a pizza business. Okay, well, careful. Don't just do it because you like pizza, okay? This has nothing to do with the oven ban, but maybe it does, because if they branded themselves differently, maybe they would solve it. Anyway, let's imagine for a second, you love pizza, you want to open up a restaurant in New York City. First of all, it sounds kind of like a horrible idea, right? Because there's probably 500 of them. Now, the way you can beat them immediately is start with a prospect analysis. Who are you after? Again, think about your local pizzeria, and have they done this? Are they specifically targeting someone, or is it just anyone? They're hoping anyone walks in the door, and then they try to commoditize the price. Oh, these pepperonis are too expensive. What they just serve everybody in town, right? So unless they got the best pizza, or the most the chatty good people person people at the front, you either get the best people or the best pizza. Otherwise, Why would people go there, right? So why don't you do this? Step one, make it for a specific prospect. Now, if I was doing a pizza place, I went to college in New York City, in the Bronx. It's still New York City. And if I was going to run a pizza place, I would just run it for a specific subset of people. Not everyone, not all, whatever, 10 million people. Actually, for me, I understand that there's a huge market for example, like a very specific niche. So I would make it uh, basically in the Bronx, and it would be pizza for engineers because they have nowhere to go to like work and like eat. Okay, because I understand this market. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on them as the roll with me. I know you don't understand this market probably perfectly, right? Just roll with me. I'm gonna think about exactly how am I gonna build a place for a Manhattan College engineer that is hungry, and they all are, right? So now that's my starting point. Now step two is my competitors are not other pizza places. I'm not even going to include pizza places here because pizza is just one form of food. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is find out, well, actually, where do they go and eat? So it's only going to be 3 or 4 places: the cafeteria, their own dorm room, um, or maybe the local pizza spot. So that may be the only pizza place, but it doesn't matter. It can be Subway sandwiches. It can be gyros. It doesn't matter, right? It's like the cafeteria, their dorm, or some other like local spot, and they don't even really want to go to the local spot because they're usually kind of expensive. So now I know where they're going and how those places are marketing to my prospect. You see how easy this gets? Because now what I can do is I'm going to look at how those businesses do their marketing to my prospect. Okay. This is competitor analysis from my prospect's eyes. Okay. So if you're doing cold email, like you're thinking, how does my prospect see emails and subject lines that my competitor sends him? Like, what does it say in the subject line? Is it good? Does it make sense? What does it say in the body of the email? Is there a good hook? What is his unique delivery mechanism of his promise that he's going to give the prospect in the email? Okay, so go and figure out what are your competitors saying in the cold email, in their ads, on their website landing page, okay, in their content, right? And see how most of the time it's really not that strong. Okay, so in our example here, I can very easily, the cafeteria doesn't really do marketing, right? Because they're just like, yeah, the students will come. The local businesses are not only targeting my college engineers. They may be targeting all students, but I can beat them because I'm going to only cater to engineers actually. So I'm going to beat them in that regard. Since they're going broad, I'm going to go narrow. And I know that there's a couple of thousand engineers. So a very simple, you can do the math, right? If I just get 10% of the customers, 10%, a couple hundred customers, okay, they come every a few days a week, I've got a nice business, right? Now all I have to do is beat them in these things. Is my hook better? Pizza for MC or Manhattan College engineers only. We know what you want, and we've set up our entire business around you. That's interesting. If I'm an MC engineer, I'm like, wow, somebody did that for me that isn't even a part of the school. That's interesting. Primary marketing promise. Eat and work at a place that nowhere better. Not the library, not the cafeteria, and not your dorm, because those 3 things have problems. What are those 3 problems? Well, in the cafeteria, the food sucks. In your dorm, you can't cook, right? At the library, you can't eat. So what the hell do you do, right? So come here, and we've got laptops with like saran wrap around them where you can log in and do your work and like get oil everywhere and nobody will care because we've designed like a system for the laptops that you can eat and have oily fingers and work. Bring your stuff. You don't have to carry around a bunch of shit in your backpack and look like a dweeb. You can come here, eat, and use your laptop and do get work done in a group. We have like group tables. It's very simple to set up, and it's like, okay, we can just do that. I'm gonna win by just saying that in the marketing, right? And then I'm gonna build the business around that. That's gonna be the features of my product. So not only am I gonna beat them in the marketing, so I see this step is about seeing through my prospects' eyes, what marketing do they see? So if they see ads, I'm gonna put my ad in that same channel if they're on Facebook, and they're getting Facebook ads from the local pizzeria, which is doubtful, right? Then but if they do, I'm gonna put my ad there also if that's where they are, and then my marketing is gonna beat theirs because my business is more around what they want because I know what they want. There's no special marketing like copywriting tactic here. It's just that my business is built around them, so I can make claims that are better than the generic competitors. And then when I actually deliver, which is what my product is built around, well, then I'm going to win. So say like, because if you can make a better promise than your competitor, then now they're going to look at what your product is. And now if we can build our business around um, the features that our customer exactly wants, which is about listening to them, then we're going to win because now we can develop a primary promise that smashes our competitors and gives the prospect what they want and need. And we can have proof and we can have a unique delivery mechanism that gets them there. I mean, there aren't any other pizza places devoted only to Manhattan College engineers. That's it, right? So, and then we have here the features and benefits. And now this gets into what we can do with our features and benefits. And we can use these in our landing pages, in our ads, and I'll talk about that later. But essentially, now we're building the business around exactly what our prospect wants, and then we can communicate it to them via feature benefit statements. Okay, so that's an overview, 26 minutes. All right, let's get into some specific content. Really, I hope that helped. Please ask a question, I guess. If you're watching this from the comment in your Facebook post, like you can just like just hit reply and make sure it says my name so I get a notification. You can DM me if you want to, no problem. Just this is doing this for you folks. All right, so let's refresh this. Let's go. Oh, actually, I had some specific ones. Damn, I lost one. Hang on. There are some specific ones I wanted to see. Let me just do this. Since this isn't going to show in here, let me scale it down for a second. Let me see something. I had one that I wanted to. Yeah, I saw this gentleman's post. So yo, Ed, what's up, man? If you're watching this, hope. No, I don't hope. Hope is dog shit. I trust you are well. Nice suit. And what is this called? I don't know what this is called. I'm not very fashionable. Nice bow tie. Interesting. All right, let's get into the content. So Ed says we have sent out 600 emails this week and received 4 promising leads. Out of those, we've already closed 2 deals. I'm presuming that this is 14,000 euros. Good stuff. 2 more scheduled for next week. All right, great stuff. I'm not satisfied with the current open rate as it could be improved. Due to some issues, the temporary disabled tracking feature. Currently, the open rate stands around 50%. So Ed, if you just joined us here, which I presume that's where you started, the beginning part was the overview of like what we're doing here, and you can get kind of a general overview of why you may want to listen to me and what this is about. And I'm just giving now specific custom ideas to folks in this group. Why should you listen? I helped these guys who are absolutely crushing it now start out their business on Product Hunt to get product of the day, product of the week, and product of the month, beating out hundreds of competitors with their initial marketing efforts. So let's jump back here. So I just wanted to just add. I'm just like this is like consider this a comment, but just more detail. Our services are social recruiting where we utilize face-to-face to find new employees. If you have any questions regarding this campaign, feel free to let her ask. Despite encountering some challenges during this campaign, we're generally pleased with results. So the first thing I'm going to say is, and this is actually applicable to most of the folks' comments that I see here. Ed, no offense, any criticism here is also self-criticism. So this is just as much for myself as it is for you. But like, the fact is that you don't add any context, sir. So like, we need context, or the real experts, the guys that know what they're talking about, will need context. So the numbers are obviously good, but we need to see like, what is it that what is it that you're saying, and who is your um, essentially, Ed, who is your prospect, and then like, what are your direct competitors saying to your prospect, and then what are you saying to your prospect? What is the content and the context? and then I can see, and then if you show me your funnel map, for example, like one of these, you can show me, hey, like after this step is this percentage, and after this step is this percentage, right? So I don't, because I don't know what you're saying in the subject line. You could just be like quick question, and then like 30% of people open, um, and then I don't know what you're saying in the body to get 1.3% to reply, right? So it's impossible to give value here. Oh, you're saying the open rate is 50%. Okay. It's kind of impossible to give actual cogent, actionable advice or ideas here. I don't give advice. I just give ideas out to folks that I'm sharing what worked for me. Um, you want the open rate to be better, but like, okay, you can make the open rate better, or you can double the reply rate. Okay. But if you're talking about open rate, for some reason, if that's you want it to be higher, I mean, 50% is pretty good just generally. The fact is that 99 or 98.7% of people didn't reply. So I would really be like asking you, why is that? Why, you sent out 600 emails, right? So that means, about 300. You're saying that 50% open, even though it says 34. I'm going to go with your word over the numbers here. So 300 people didn't open. So we can look at the 300 people that didn't open and A/B test your subject line, right? Or which I think that would come later. What I would do first if I were you is I would look at the fact that 50% opened, and then only 1% or 2% of those folks reply. I'm not sure if this is 1% of the folks that open or 1% of total. I think it's 1% of total. So 1% of 600 is what? 10% would be 60. 1% would be 6. So about 10 replies or so. I would be more interested because the people that actually clicked are showing more interest, right? So I would be more interested in figuring out, why did 300 people open the email and then only 10 replied, right? So I don't want to mess something up. I don't want to click a wrong button because that's happened before. So basically, 300 people. What happened to the other 290 people that read your email? Because those folks actually resonated with your subject line. So that's what I would say. That's all I can say based on what you wrote. Use AI text to personalize. This is, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really on board with this whole AI, like it's going to solve all my problems. Yeah, can you please elaborate? I would also want him to elaborate. Um, yeah, but again, like 300 people already opened his emails. I mean, right. This guy is saying he wants a better response rate, right? So I mean, both of these things, they're different aspects, right? Let me zoom out. Right, this guy gets it to a degree. Says what was your offer and how did you scrape the leads? Right, because where the first thing is, who are these folks? The 600 prospects, right? You already got some results so far. It seems actually you already got a profit of 14,000 euros. So this list seems pretty solid, right? Now, presuming that the list is really good, then like those 300 opens are really like gold. You should go after those 300 opens, because think about it, like those 300 people already opened it and read what you had. You might say, oh well, they're clearly not interested. I would say that there may be something that you need to fix, and you can send a second email and fix the issue that may have prevented them from replying. It's just a follow, right? Maybe they're just not ready to reply yet, and that might be something along the lines of what we where we at here. They may just be they may not be super aware of like what you're offering and what the issue is. They may be down here in problem aware, where like they're not really sure of what the like you may be talking to them at the solution level, but maybe they're like, hey, I have a problem, I don't even know what you're talking about. Does your solution solve my problem? Or it might be a different situation where you're talking to the folks at a product aware level, and you know they may not even be aware of the problem. So if they're down here, um, hold on. The folks that you might have been talking to might be, let me rephrase it. They might be at the problem aware level, and you might have been talking to them at a solution or product aware level, and they may just be like, wait, they haven't connected the dots that you're solution, your product, is connected to their problem. The people that replied might just be super aware of your of your type of product, and therefore that's why they replied, and they're like ready to kind of buy. So there's 290 folks here that may be interested. Um, Privacy. Yeah, so okay, I hope that helps, Ed. Let me know if you have any questions about what I said if you watch this. All right, cool. Moving on. So that was Ed's post. Let me go to my rows here. Where's my? I'm experimenting with a new app here. So let's throw in Ed here. What was his last name? Ed, Keil. So I'll fix this in a bit. All right, there's two other ones here. So let's look at these two. Let's copy and let's go here. Let's paste. It's gonna go correctly. All right, folks. Take a short break, a 10-second break here. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, and we're back. All right, so this is another good one from Mohammed. Mohammed, greetings. This video here is basically just like my reply to your post, and I put you the timestamp. If you started here, I'll talk only about your post for the next few minutes here. But to get more context out of why I'm saying what I'm saying, you may want to start at the beginning of the video. And at the beginning, I show more of an overview of how I think about whether people click or not, like how I feel about cold email, and how I've gotten a lot of success with marketing at the top of the funnel. And why you should listen to me? Well, I've had success with businesses, many, one of which is this one, Inc., at the top of their funnel. They've had a really successful product hunt launch. So I click on here and it opens it up. I've already got it open here. And they won product of the month, week, and day, #1, back when I helped them do their marketing launch, which is a cold launch on Product Hunt. And they were #1 out of maybe more than 500 other different competitor products. So this is a repeat here. So yeah, so that's why you may want to listen to me. I'm not just talking out of my ass. All right, so let's continue. So Mohammed, I encourage you to start at the beginning of the video, if you have the time, and then come back here to get more value specifically to your situation. Now let's see. So Mohammed says, "Hey expert, hello. I'm noticing a good number of people are clicking on the Calendly URL but not booking the meetings." Okay, so interesting. If you would go back about like 5 minutes, Mohammed, to the ideas I gave Ed, the same thing will basically apply to you. I'll briefly repeat what I said. Essentially, there's no way for me to know like why this is happening unless you give context, and like who is your prospect, what are you saying to them, what are your competitors saying to them, what is your offer. Then the numbers would kind of tell more of a story if you give us the actual content and the words behind what you were saying. So let's look at the numbers. Last month we sent 3,500 emails, resulting in 500 clicks, and around 20 meetings. Not bad, right? Not bad. Has anyone experienced or figured out a solution? Okay, so you're saying 500 clicks to your Calendly URL, and 20 meetings. All right, just generally what I can say for you, I've experienced this exact thing, and so I'll give you an example of an exact example of this situation. So I did, excuse me, I ran the same process, what I'm talking about here, for my business, for some marketing campaigns on Upwork. And here's my Upwork with 99 plus messages because we got so many replies. And here's 1 week of our numbers, where we showed, this is where we basically showed it was a chat bot, but basically this is where the chat bot basically asks 4 questions to qualify the lead. Let me make myself grow a bit here. Where we asked some questions to qualify the lead and then get them to book a call. So we opened, 199 people opened that up, and 81% started a conversation. 51% of people gave their email, and 49% of people actually booked a meeting. So 81 people booked a meeting, and that was a very busy week. And all the weeks after that were very busy, and just call after call after call. And so what I'll say is about this, you really need to be extremely precise about everything. So if you're getting 500 clicks and 20 only booking, um, what are you promising for them when they click? Because people they're checking you out, they're checking it out. But like, what are you saying? Are you saying I'm going to give you $1 million if you click on this link? And then when they click on the link, they're met with something completely different. Because 20 out of 500 isn't really, it's not terrible. It's 4%. I mean, this level, at this stage, you should be getting a much higher conversion percentage. Like me, I've got, a 50% booking rate essentially. Now, this is me qualifying the lead also. This is insane, right? This is really good numbers. Now, but if people are in your email clicking, are you talking about, is this a direct? Oh, yeah, I think I read this already. Yeah, this is a direct Calendly URL. You tried a landing page, you're going to try VSL later. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why this is happening, but I would really have to see what are you putting. So if you can put exactly like what are you saying and just show the context, because then folks, myself and other folks can help you a lot better. Availability 24 hours. Tried landing page instead of Calendly URL. Increase the click rate, but didn't increase bookings. Yeah. So what I would say is, Mohammed, like you need to go back. I suspect you need to go back and really find out and ask yourself, who is the prospect? Who's your prospect? Exactly. Who are you targeting? And then like who are the other people that are marketing to your prospect? What are they saying? Look it up and write it down. And then like what are you saying to the prospect? And is it better than the other emails and the other ads that your prospect is seeing? And why? Is it actually better or is it not better? If it isn't better, you got to make your product better, right? You got to work on yourself. You got to work on your business, make your product better. I'm going to presume it is better, let's just say, because I think the folks that use Instantly are pretty intelligent and they kind of get it. So, how do you market what you're doing better than your competitor? Well, um, do you know your prospect and like really deeply? And what are you saying in the subject line to get them to click? And what are you saying in that body? Like, what are you promising for folks to go to that meeting? It's odd because if 500 people click on a Calendly link from me, 450 of them are getting on a fucking call. Um, so I would work on spend less time or don't spend anything. Invest less time on like getting the click, like do less conversion rate optimization and do more of like giving value to those folks that are actually reading the landing page or reading the email. Too many folks just want to get the person down the funnel to the next thing. Bring value inherently in your marketing. Your email body should have value in it for them, not for you. All right, I hope that helps. Yeah, give us some more insight. There's 13 comments. Let's see some of them. People need a person to book the meeting. That's true if your offer is weak. This is good. 8 meetings, 150 email. This is sort of true. Like people are busy, but like if you're doing what I'm saying here, like they don't need a book. They don't need a push. They're gonna find a way to book. I would be careful with like constantly looking for like a little tactic here and there. Get to the foundation. Um, yeah, if you see exactly who clicked, yeah, this is great. This is great advice or idea. You can manually book those who you clicked on. Yeah, and email them. Say, hey, I saw that you sort of like if you're an e-commerce store, you do like an abandoned cart. You do an abandoned booking sequence and say, hey, I noticed that you did da da da. Here's what you're gonna get on the call. So you did that. Okay. So what I suspect is you're kind of promising something interesting about this call, but then when they go to book it, you're not really like explaining that to them. It's strange. I'm not sure why anybody's clicking in the first place if they're not gonna book. But I suspect like nobody's booking. They don't get why they should book a call. Mohammed, if I let me get my face up on the screen here. Mohammed, look at me. If I just said right now, here, click this link, and you know, um, I'm going to solve all your cold email problems by using my custom process that has made companies millions of dollars. Let's get on a call. And on this 30-minute call, there will be no pitch during the 30 minutes, okay? It is only going to be pure value. And all I'm going to do is show you what I do, the beginnings of what I do, and it's only going to be value for you for that, so that at the minute 31 we're going to hang up the call. You're going to take what I gave you and immediately implement it into your business and get results. And then we're going to set a call for 7 days later. You're going to promise me that you're going to implement it, and then 7 days later, if you don't have better results than when we first started our call, then I'm going to send you $200. Would you get on that call? Like that's how sure I am that what I do gets people results. And I never have to give anybody $200 because I am fucking serious about what I give you, right? So if I give you all this stuff up front, I give you this, I'll even give you this template. I'll give you the sheets. It's fine. If you use it, you will immediately get results if you use any part of it. So it's just, are you going to implement it or not? And I'm happy to talk with anybody if they will implement what I'm saying, because at the very least, you're going to get results. And that's a testimonial. I don't like the word testimony. I like testament. Testimonial. I don't like men shouldn't be moaning about anything, unless it's somewhere private, if you get what I'm saying. I like when clients and folks that are kind of like my clients or customers or friends, whatever, give me a testament that what I gave them got the results, because that's valuable for them and me. So just basically, okay. So Muhammad, if you do that and you're giving you're making it extremely easy for them to book a call, they don't want to get on another bullshit call where they just get pitched and where it's just a sales call. Okay, hang on. Am I still live here? Okay. They do not want to. Everybody's pitching calls. Da, da, da. They don't want to get another dog shit call. Okay, bring value in your marketing, in your sales process to them, and man, does sales get easy and marketing gets easy. All right, so let's jump back. Let's see a couple more comments here, and then we'll move on. This is a good point. Now, clear. That's what I was saying. So nice, Gino. Good stuff. Let's see. Won't be possible to manually book as I'm not sure of their ability. Most are C as founders, very busy. We have one qualifying question. Okay, maybe it's a qualifying question. Yes, so there's many ways to do this. Let me know if what I said, if any of this resonates, and also let us know about the context. Oh yeah, and if people don't want to put like their full context, they're afraid that other people are going to steal their stuff. I guess that's a valid point. If you're afraid they can steal it, I mean, I would say that you shouldn't be afraid, because if somebody can steal your thing, that means that your business isn't that powerful, because how can somebody just copy paste what you do? There should be some level of uniqueness to your unique delivery mechanism. However, if you don't want to put it here, you can just DM me your answer. All right, sweet. So I like this. Let's go here. Hold on one second. I'm doing a video. Sweet. All right. So let's just do one more. Let's see. Yes. All right. So let's hit up Heather's post here, and then maybe we'll do one more after that. Let's see. And folks, if you're sticking with me here, let me know on one of the comments or somewhere, or send me a DM or ask me a question. Feel free. Yeah. So let's see. Let's look at Heather's question. Heather, what's up? I am Timmy. I am here to just give value about your question and about your cold emails and about your top of the funnel marketing. So you're here at a minute 48, right? So you don't have to watch the previous 48 minutes. I encourage you to start at the beginning to see the overview of like more of the base, the foundation of what I'm talking about. Why? Because I repeatedly get success with any of the top of the funnel marketing that I do. And this is the background of my comment. If you want to dig in deeper, the beginning of the video is very, I think, valuable to folks doing cold emails, and would help anybody doing cold emails to make them better. So I encourage you to go and watch the beginning of the video. However, it's not required. All right, so let's see. Why you should listen to me is because I'll give you one case study, but I've done, like I said, I've done a lot of successful top of the funnel marketing, and here's one of my customers. They're doing great right now. They got 24,000 new accounts the past 7 days, and I helped them on their product hunt campaign. And I'll just go to it here. This is their website, and they got a product of the day, week, and month, #1, beating out hundreds of other competitors with the marketing copy that I helped them do, which is cold campaigns, um, which I helped them do with my custom process, which I'm showing here, and I'm giving you the foundation of like why the things work. So that's why you may want to listen to me. If not, no harm, no foul. But other people might want to see my answer here anyway, so I'm just going to answer it even if you don't like it. No problem. It's all good. I'm here for me and my process, and if somebody else gets value from it, that's great. So it says, what's your process of adding in personalization at scale to your emails? What's your process? How do you do it? And who on your team is writing the copy? So I want to first see what other folks are saying. Depends on your data. For personalization of bulk volume, I mentioned location, local competitors, the day, spin tax. Okay, so Tom here is doing in an at scale way. Whatever data, this is a good comment. He's saying like what data do you have, and then like how can you like at scale? Oops, hang on. How can you at scale like see different data points that your prospect is related to, right? So yeah, this is a good point. But again, to me, this is a tactic. To me, what matters more is like, what are you saying? What exactly is it that you're saying, and why does that matter? If you just take what Tom says, maybe your prospect is a completely different niche that doesn't care about any of these things. I get that there's a reason why you're asking, because you want to make it seem like it's personalized. What I found is that if you can kind of, yeah, this is a good comment, but to me, like, what are you actually saying, like in the copy, is way more important. But maybe you already got that handled. So let's see. Custom values, yeah, this is kind of basic stuff. First line personalization. So I'll show a way I've done it. I'm gonna show. This is some secret sauce here, but I did this on Upwork where I transformed basically any post that comes in. I've got like 30 filters here. So basically any post that comes in, I'm transforming the post, and then I'm then going to be able to say, so Upwork is a place where people post projects, right? So I'm going to transform what they've said, and then find a keyword that they've mentioned, and then I'm going to use a little mechanism that we made to then kind of transform the sentence into basically me saying, it looks like we read what they're saying, because it said, well, basically said, they'll say, I'm looking for a Google Analytics expert. And then so the custom sentence will splice out as, you're looking for a Google Analytics expert that is going to help you with this specific challenge, right? Look, this is what he said. I need an analytics, da da da. So basically, I want to keep the personalization just to a minimum to make them think that, like, and look, I don't think this is immoral or unethical, because what we write and say is true. Like, when we have them book a call, we are going to get them this help, this analytics help, because our service usually is doing most of these things, which I showed you over here before. And I genuinely think that our service is our product and service is better than 99% of the folks on Upwork. So I'm going to put that in there, and I don't think it's a white lie. It's just, this is what they're saying, and this is what our proposal would say anyway. Okay. All right. Cool. Stop. So the personalization is at a minimum, but I'm showing them that, look, we get what you're saying. We get you. We're just kind of going around this this idea that, hey, this is just a mass email, right, or a message to them. So I see that's what you're trying to do, and so the thing is, process of adding. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to make some content for you here is, like, you asked about who on your team is writing the copy. So if you didn't watch the beginning part, The way I do copy and get results, and the way my clients have done that, is we do this process analysis. We really know who we're after, right? And what their psychographics and demographics is, right? This is the key first step. And the second step is we need to see who is our competitors that is also doing marketing to that prospect, right? And we're seeing what they're saying. So first of all, how are your competitors cold emailing, making Facebook ads, making YouTube comment or content to your prospect? What does it say, right? Do they do personalization? Not. What does it look like? What is their primary marketing promise? What is their delivery mechanism of the primary marketing promise, etc. Okay. In this section, you just write down what your competitor is saying to your prospect. Now, more importantly, or more importantly for you, related to your question, what are you saying about your product and your service that is supposed to get them hooked? All right. If you know who they are, what they're thinking, what they want, and you know your competitors and what promises they're making to the prospect, now you can craft what you do and what your copy says. Okay. Now I wanted to talk to you because you're asking who and how does your team write copy? And this is one major thing that this process that I'm sweaty. The jacket needs to go. Um, how do you do? Because I've done over 5,000 sales calls with business owners. It may be almost 10,000 now, and this is one of the biggest problems I notice is what you're asking is like, how do you really manage like a copywriter, make sure that they understand who the prospect is, like, and so that I don't have to spend $10,000 per campaign, right? So I use this sheet, and my clients use this sheet as like a centralized marketing and market research hub, and it's a living, breathing thing. It's not just do it once and pay $500 to some guy to do market research and throw it in a business plan that we never look at it again. No, this is an everly iterating, optimizing process that this is the core of your business. So if you do these steps, you know exactly who you're after and their psychographics and demographics, and you constantly check up on what is your competitor saying to your prospect? What does it say? And now, what are you saying? How are you structuring what you say, and how is it better than all of your competitors combined? And this is what I did with my client here with Ink. I showed you. We looked at all what the competitors were saying to them, and then how do we make it better? Okay, and this is how we develop this process, and actually how they develop the features for the product. So I'm really more answering this part of the email here, or your question. What we do and what we found gets results is when we have this centralized source of like our market research and our ad content and email copy in one place where everybody works on it collectively and everybody is on the same page, we get way better results because everybody knows who the prospect is. Everybody knows who the competitors are and what they're saying. And everybody knows now what our product is, what the features are, what the benefits are, etc. So now I don't have to like pay $10,000 for some magical fucking unicorn copywriter. I can hire a very basic. First of all, I don't hire copywriters because here's the copy. It self generates, okay? But if I want to hire, let's say, a Facebook ads guy, I don't need to hire a $10,000 per month company. I can hire, $1,000 per month dude who knows the technicals, and I'm not asking him to write the copy. I'm saying, dude, some guy in Europe, look, you are a beast at the technicals. You know how to optimize stuff. I'm going to give you the audience. You just run the ads. Get rid of the ones that don't work, etc. And I say, look, here's where you're going to work. You're going to work off of this. Here's our prospect. Here's the audience. Here's what our competitors say. Here's what our competitors' ads say. Here's what our product is. Why our offer is amazing. What do they get when they take the action? And here's the copy. Here's a copy. Okay. You can just say, here's one of the features of our product, real-time data from our competitors, so that you can focus on it. It's just saying, this is just a sentence. Okay. And then we can get more into like, okay, which is the most important? What is the success later? We are going to be tracking like in our funnel map, just like in our funnel map in different ads that we're going to run, the tracking, right? Which ad worked best? Now we can go back to here and say, well, people are really into this ad. This ad performed 10x better. Why? Most people don't know why their ads are even doing good. Okay, but we're talking about cold email, right? Same thing. Why are your cold emails even doing good if they are doing good, right? This is why. So I hope that helps. You don't have to use my thing, right? But if you can get a centralized thing where you manage the market research, your customer, your prospective customer, your current customers, and how they've gotten results and success. Who's the repeat buyers, right? And if you constantly should be surveying them every month and ask them, hey, which features are your favorite, right? And throwing that back to the top of the funnel. So I hope that helped. Let me know if that makes sense, Heather, and let me know if you have any questions. You can write them in here or DM me either way. But cool, good stuff. Let's. I'm feeling like I want to do one more. So let's say put the yes here. Excuse me. All right, let's just do. Click this guy. Yeah, this gets me to the top. Let's see one more. So let's. Scraping leads. There's a lot of good answers about where to get leads. Let's just do newest. I don't know. Oh, okay, recent. Let's just do new post. Okay, Ed, good stuff. Okay, Kyle's saying, I'm looking for someone to help send 100 semi-personalized emails a day. Doing it all manually, willing to incorporate tech if it gets a job done, and let me know how you just set up and manage it. Yeah, Kyle, I would invite you to check out this full video because, yeah, I think this would be valuable for you, man. So, what is that sound? Does it sound outside? I'm going to add Kyle in here. I'm gonna make a comment and include him in here. I often get the question after the initial pause, what are your rates? Okay, great question, Luca. What do you guys do in this scenario to adjust to the rates? Yeah, don't do that. Never say, well, I would say don't say the rate. Usually the people that ask what are the rates in an email, they don't really want to know. They're not really ready to buy. They are not really hot yet. And that could be because they're just not ready to buy it. Or it could be that your email wasn't educational enough to get them to understand like why they may need to take the next step. So in this kind of thing, so I'll show you what I do for this. Where's my here? Is this it? Response time. I think this is here. Yes. So um, this is the funny thing. This is like from tens of thousands of proposals, which is like an Upwork proposal message, tens of thousands of messages. The thing is that this list only gets down to 17. Like this is the FAQ, right? The FAQ, frequently asked question matrix, based on what people say back when we send 50,000 proposals out. It's only 17 things long. Usually our proposal is so good, our message is so good because I'm so dialed in that they're just going to book a call, or they're just not the right prospect at all and they just go away. Okay, sometimes maybe 2% of the time somebody will ask a question here and then our answer will get them to book a call or go away. And so you can see how there's only really 17 responses. Now yours doesn't have to be 17 long. This is 50,000 plus, I think, proposals. So if they say stop, we stop, and okay, well, we stop messaging them. Let's see, rates. Especially like, yeah, if they say this is expensive, what's the budget? Can you quote me? What's the cost? What's the price? The reason why they're asking that because they don't see the value to really to invest any more time into you. They're like, I don't think this guy's really gets it. So what's the price? I may come back later. They're probably not going to come back, right? So usually it says something like, thanks for the cover letter. However, $300 per hour is too much. Or how much does this cost? I might not be saying the price. I think on the Upwork profile, we're just having a price there, but we're not really charging the same price every time. So so I'll give you a little bit of secret sauce here. Let's see. So this is our boilerplate response. It's saying, hey, Jimmy, don't worry about the price as it's just a placeholder until we have discussion to see what the true upside is for you. I guarantee, and I can make this guarantee, I will show you things in our call you've never seen before. So let's talk first and see how much more money you can be making before you write me off based on my non-binding Upwork rate. Does that sound reasonable? Okay, that does sound reasonable. So my offer to consult with you on a call, by the end of it, you will get a mini action plan that will increase your conversions within set. So I wrote this. This is a couple of years old now, but this is basically the same thing I said before for folks that were listening before. If you're not ready for one of these mini action plans, we can still have a call to go deep on your tracking, CRO, and else. Anyway, and then I pitched the call. I'm telling him, look, I'm re-pitching why he should get on a call. Because in the original message, for some reason, he didn't get it. We didn't do it good enough. Maybe it was just him. Maybe he was just not really paying attention. So if this re-establishment of this idea doesn't get him to book a call, he's just not ready. I'm not able to. What else can I do for this fella? Right. So I hope that helps. Luca. Yeah, let's say Luca. I'm gonna tag you. I don't know. We're kind of on a roll here. Let's just keep going. Getting an unusual number of bounces from these campaigns. I'm gonna skip this one. Lead hype seems solid. That was pretty interesting. What are the good site? The scraping, out scraper. Yeah, there's a lot of good suggestions for scraping here. Let me see. I feel like, yeah, he's responded to Zachary. Favorite lead databases. Okay, I guess, yeah, I think this is like the natural end to this. Yeah, like a lot of technical stuff. That's fair. There's a lot of guys that are way better than me in the technical stuff so far. So yeah, great stuff. If you've made it all the way to the end, I hope. Don't say that, Timmy. I trust that you got value in this. I trust that the Instantly folks are happy with this because I just think that this will help maybe some of your customers get more value out of Instantly and stay longer with you guys because you guys are clearly, it seems, the best, which I'm excited to get started with, by the way, very soon. So that being said, yeah, so if you have any questions about what I said, or you want to ask something more, just you can ask in a comment on here in your post or just anywhere, just tag me, and or you can DM me, and you should make some comment somewhere publicly and say, hey, check your message request box, right? Because a lot of the messages end up in there. Feel free to reach out. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, and if you really want to learn more and like get more of my help, you can do that. Um, just you can send me a message. But again, oh yeah, if you want this template, this sheet, I'm happy to give it out. Just let me know. But yeah, I'm happy to talk with people further to get, if folks want to get more of an understanding, I'm happy to do more of these videos. I might do a couple more. And we'll see if people want to hear more from me in this group. But yeah, let me know. And again, Instantly, folks, if this is not allowed, if you don't want me to say at the end here to DM me, and if that's not cool, please let me know. Delete the video, whatever you want to do. Obviously, it's fine. But yeah, if it is fine, then yeah, folks, feel free to reach out, and I can talk with you more, and I can go through with you, even on a basic level, kind of what this process entails and what it requires. And then, it could just be a weekly call or a monthly call, even. Or for folks that are super serious and invested, we can go super serious, and maybe I can help you do this with you. And then even help you monitor its effectiveness over a 3-month period. But yeah, as I said, reach out to me on Facebook, just send a message, or ask any comments, questions. Happy to answer, happy to be of service. And yeah, honorable folks only. If I find out that you're not an honorable being and you're immoral, I will not help you no matter how much money you offer. So yeah, please be an honorable being. And yeah, I hope this, damn it, stop saying hope. I trust that this got value for you if you're here at the end. And thank you very much for listening. Have a great day. Timmy here from Convert AI. Have a great one, folks.